What is up, everybody? Spidey here, and as always, I hope you're having a marvelous day. I know that I am because I'm here with my friend, Comic Card Hive, Fausto. What is up?
Hey, buddy. I'm so happy to be here and to be hanging out with you, man. It's been too long.
Oh, man, I know I've been in a weird season of life where I can't go live very often, but super happy. And to be honest with you, when something happens like this, where you've got 2026 Topps Chrome Marvel Comics coming out, you gotta stop what you're doing and discuss it, because this is a really big deal. Now that Topps has had the license for over a year and a half. Can you believe that?
That is where I know.
We went from I'm pretty sure one of our very first live podcasts we did together. What do we call it? What was the name of our podcast? The four of us. What was it called?
Oh my God.
Pack Fresh. Marvel's Pack Fresh.
Pack Fresh. Oh my God.
And we talked about what happens if Topps acquires the Marvel license, right? And there's all these different really bad takes. Like, one of the bad takes we had was that Disney would protect the brand and it's always going to be great, and that turned out to not be exactly true. But but we did. Topps took it over, and Topps probably their number one brand that they have on their cards is Chrome. If they put Chrome on something, it just does what it does. They could make a set about tractors, Chrome tractor cards, and they would probably sell. Because there's a large community that's been around for 30 years plus collecting cards with Chrome on it. And it obviously started in the sports side of the world, and it's migrated over to Marvel cards. And I've said this on air. I've been publicly apologetic about it. When they first made 2024 Topps Chrome, it was technically a UK release. I liked it as a Marvel card, but I wasn't like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, right? Or anything like that. And that set has had incredible legs. It's routinely having the highest sales in Marvel cards. Right or wrong or indifferent, however you feel about it. If you're an old, 90s guy, Rittenhouse guy, whether you're an Upper Deck person now, that's, wish Topps never had the license, it doesn't matter. There's still plenty of people out there that are enjoying Topps Chrome, and they're excited about this release. And I'm excited to go through this checklist because I think there's a few things in here that are kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal, more than a big deal. It's funny. I didn't get my first taste of Topps until Fantastic Four Finest. And then it became very real what they were doing. Because I like that set a lot, actually. And I think, I know a lot of people have different problems with it. But I like the melting of MCU and comic that they did in that. And we're going to see a little bit of I think we get a little bit of that in Finest more often than not. I don't know if that's the case for Chrome here, because it's called Topps Chrome Marvel Comics. So I don't know if we'll see that. But I will say, man, the signers they have for this set, the types of inserts they have for this set, and I think we're going to see something else kind of crazy. When we actually saw one of the craziest things, which was a pack-pulled Jack Kirby Marvel card, which hasn't existed since Incredible Hulk in 2002, I think it was.
Right.
I think that's when that was, I believe.
Well, and I think, the question is, was it ever even put into packs, right?
Yeah, that's the real issue.
But that was pulled. What an incredible card. 1/1 Superfractor, Jack Kirby auto, unbelievable. Had Stanley in that as well. And this set's going to have something, I think, pretty similar, maybe even more special. When we get to look at it. I want to ruin the surprise. So Topps did a drop today, and they did their kind of offering to the public that lasts about 60 seconds, and then it's gone. It reminds me of Unbound on EPAC, when it would
pretty much
sit there. That's an Upper Deck joke. If you haven't been around before Upper Deck, that doesn't make any sense to you, but basically similar experience. You log in and you don't get anything.
Yeah.
But we started seeing some images earlier this week, and I think those kind of got the chatter going about the anticipation for this set. And then, was it last night or this morning the checklist dropped? It was last night.
Had to be
yesterday.
last night. I feel like it
Yeah.
was because we had just put it on Collectus to
Hmm.
basically bring it up here, and to take a look at everything. But yeah, I
All right.
think it just went up.
So you're on the Collectus website. Tell people about that for me.
Oh, so Collectus is pretty much a website that does everything for all types of cards. Primarily, right now, we have tons of non-sports, primarily Marvel as well. But we actually offer quite a bit of different sets: Magic the Gathering, Marvel, and so forth. And Collectus basically can track your collection. You can put cards on your wish list. So, like, let's say you want to come here and let's go Spider-Man. You'll be able to see all the Spider-Man cards listed for these base cards here, and you'll be able to select any one of them as well, which is pretty exciting. And you'll be able to add it to your collection. So I have a couple cards here that I've added my collection from Fantastic Four Finest. This one, which I have here. So it's just a way to track your collection, build your collection here, and you don't even have to own the cards. We have a lot of things here that are already preloaded. So for instance, these are dark matter cards that I have in my collection. And if I go to my wish list, you can see I actually put the whole set because I'm interested in collecting all of it. So you can see the whole set right here. And the green is telling me I have it. You'll be able to track values very soon, plus have many more features. We're still in early beta. It's really helped me a lot to kind of like not only see the set as a complete set before I buy into it, but also help me track when I'm paying for it, putting it into my collection, and so forth.
Excited. I'm excited because I'm about to be in a less busy season, and I'm excited about going in and building out my collection in Collectus.
I can't wait, right, man. I've been doing it. It's been really fun.
Well, let's get into Topps Chrome 2026 Topps. What is it? Topps Chrome Marvel Comics.
Yep.
And here's some of the initial images we have. That's Ghost Rider looks amazing. Obviously, this is the second insert, which is the astonishing insert. That was in Fantastic Four Finest as well.
Yeah, and that was a huge fan favorite. Yeah,
looks so good. Captain America. What do you think about the design with the star, like the shield in the background, but it's zoomed in, so you get that kind of.
I think it looks really good. I think it's very, very Cap, but also I feel like, especially with the image they pick for Cap, it suits it very well. It's a nice, clean image, and especially on Chrome, the blue and red is going to look really clean.
And I will say, as opposed to the experience we had with Upper Deck, where oftentimes we would get an image as a kind of a promotional image, but what ended up on the card would be very different because they were changing images right up until it went to print. So far, my experience with Topps is if they show us a card, it's likely going to be in the box, right?
I haven't seen too many switches, nothing that I can refer to either. Like when I did Topps Finest Fantastic Four, none of the comic cuts or any of the base cards or anything that I saw that was previewed changed on me, which was nice. You know what I mean? I don't know how consistent that can always be because sometimes they show something that, you know, they didn't want to do this or that, but I have seen some new images too from Topps that I haven't seen in Upper Deck, maybe from Rittenhouse back in the day. But I mean, sometimes it feels pretty new. I've seen Surfer repeated here and there, but I don't know. I feel like they're finding their footing at least.
It's interesting because, you know, Disney plays a role, I believe, in the imaging selected. You know, they have a, you know, whatever their catalog is. I can't remember the term that they have access to for images. But I think ultimately there's still someone from Disney signing off or encouraging certain images. And I wonder if that's one reason why we do see some repeat images, because they have something that they want to see, you know, more often than not.
It has to be limited. I mean, you remember when Iron Man became big and then suddenly Iron Man in the comic books look like art, you know, Robert Downey Jr. all of a sudden. You know what I mean? That connection became very clear. So, and we've seen them pull characters and be banned characters because they were planning a release, like Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler was banned forever because they wanted to have him depicted a very certain way. But I think someone in one of the discourse was saying that Archangel's in this set. And Nightcrawler, I think I saw Nightcrawler as well, which we can check out here. But
yeah, this set has some great X-Men characters. I don't want to ruin the reveal that we're going to be getting to here in a minute, but I will. So people are talking about how the bots got the boxes today, and it sucks, man. It's a reality. I did see a Facebook post, and I was surprised at how many people did get boxes. There were a lot of comments where people were like, yeah, I got 4 boxes or 2 boxes or 1 box, but you literally had 2 minutes, 60 seconds to even to have a shot at it.
Yeah, it was pretty depressing. I heard a lot of people pretty disappointed in that. I mean, I will say this is the unfortunate nature of this. Like, I don't think it was ever different with Upper Deck. Because I remember, like you said, Unbound, EPAC, things kind of moving quickly. You know, I think that happens a lot. And I think too, right now, right, our world is very much breakers breaking boxes. You know what I mean? I think that's a huge thing that's happening in the hobby.
It's going to be fascinating to see how that continues to evolve, because with, you know, announcements like Cards HQ opening up shops around the country,
I saw
you
that.
know, unless they're going to increase print run, which gets really risky, you know, I'm curious to see if the amount of product breakers are getting direct will continue at the levels that we've seen.
I'm excited to see if they push the product more. Like, I feel like we're getting a lot of Marvel sets. I feel like we're getting a consistent amount of Star Wars sets. Like, I feel like between Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel, there's a somewhat of a balance in terms of what's being broken in the non-sports world, especially for tops. So that seems to be consistent. I feel like they have the brands they kind of want to juggle between now. So I wonder if that consistency is going to just maybe build up the amount of product that's to be had. I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the 90s, we would get 4 products a year and they would print as much of it as they could, right?
Yeah.
Where now they are trying to release 20 products a year and keep rarity from each product. So you still have the total number of cards being printed, so the total number of sales for tops, but still kind of protecting the rarity because it's drilled down per set, per character print, you know, insert, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the scaling model that I think you're seeing. Blake, who's a good friend of the artist, says we need more OA sets. Stop blending sets. I hear you, but I kind of like it. We saw the success Platinum had with the blended OA and comics set. The truth is we have fans of both. So when you blend it, you increase demand. And so, I mean, I don't know that many people that don't like a good OA set, but there's certainly some fans of the comic arts because that's, you know, the origin of the characters.
OA sets have always been on full demand from collectors. I mean, you and I have heard that spiel, which I totally get. And, you know, most of the time I'm with Blake, you know, and I'm like, yeah, OA, because it is something to feature a particular artist. But I will say this, we have Magic the Gathering, we have Topps, and Topps is doing OA. We have Topps Originals, which is an insert in this set now that you can kind of see, where you can see the characters that are in fact going to have, right, original works of art. So for Topps Originals, you have, you know, these characters here. You have a Black Cat original art, a Green Goblin, Dark Hawk, which is pretty cool, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Venom, Captain America, Cable, Nightcrawler, which I love seeing Nightcrawler here. And you know what? I'm going to add that to my wish list because Nightcrawler's.
I love that. And I love that you're like, this is a set that hasn't actually released, you know, fully yet. And you've already got all this on here to be able to go ahead and game plan ahead of time what it is you're chasing. I love that.
I think it's really fun. And users can also come in here and add images as well. So if you go to our deep dive section, you can see all the details. Also, I was going to point this out. We have a range of rarity here because Topps is putting out product in various forms more than just a blaster. You're going to be able to have a value box and a mega box, which I don't know all the details, but 7 cards per pack, 8 packs here. So the amount of cards in each pack is different. And there's some exclusive inserts for these types of boxes too. But anyway, we put those rarities.
Well, and one thing I will say that Topps has done that I'm pretty sure you and I talked about. We were like, hey, look,
yes,
the value boxes still need that Willy Wonka, you know, golden ticket effect ability in it, and the blasters have had that in Topps, and so I think that's a really good move on their part. It keeps, you know, all levels interested, right? The hobby box is for those who want guaranteed hits. Maybe they're, you know, fully into the gambling. Maybe they just want that level of collecting, and they have the financial ability to do so. But you don't want to rob the potential or the excitement that someone might have by pulling something out of a blaster box or a mega box.
And we've seen super refractors come out of blasters. Like, that is not an uncommon thing. In fact, one could make the argument that they might be loaded. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know.
In Deadpool Chrome,
yeah,
for the most part, all the on-card autos from Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds were in the blaster boxes, and that's the chase for that set. Like, so super incredible. I did want to get to our good friend's comment here. He says, at what point do superfractors stop carrying these box prices? This costs more than Batman Metal. Does the market chill once the character has 500 superfractors? Well, I'm answering these type of questions a lot. I'm not sitting here acting like I have the answer, but I get asked the question a lot. And all I can tell you, it has nothing to do with rarity. It has everything to do with demand. You can have one of something and nobody wants it. It's worthless. You can have a PSA 10 population count of 30,000, think Pokemon, and it still sells for thousands of dollars. It's all about demand. So if the demand is there, or if the demand continues to grow, then they need to print more. That's the issue. And so when you're coming out of a season of Marvel card collecting where you could count all of us in the tens of thousands, right? To that growing and growing and growing. When we get to the checklist in a minute, there's some names in here that will inevitably bring a tremendous amount of people into just the curiosity of this product. Okay. And so if that demand continues to grow, then 500 becomes very rare because the demand will be so high.
I think people have to realize too, is that what ends up happening strangely in our hobby is that we see prices for things that look extraordinary, and that collector base is celebrity level collector, people who have been collecting Topps religiously. That was the thing I never really understood until kind of the release of Topps Marvel, is that it wasn't Marvel collectors collecting Topps Marvel, it was Topps collector collecting Topps Marvel. And then it became Topps collectors who collect Finest collect Marvel. Topps collectors who collect Topps Chrome, like you mentioned earlier in the stream, collect Marvel. I never would have imagined that kind of intersection existed just based on the brand, just because you and I have been so limited with Upper Deck and Rittenhouse, like, and then of course the 90s was just totally different beast. Never had an idea that that kind of audience was already built into branding alone. I had no clue. So I don't think, from a collector standpoint, if you have a super refractor and you really love it, which they're rare to get, even if they want to want us, even if there's 500 one-of-one Spider-Man super refractors, which, yes, that's a lot of refractors. And to your mind and to mine, the value is a little less because it's a continue insert. But because you have that audience that just wants a super refractor, then you're battling not just Spider-Man fans, but fans of just the brand, fans of just the subset. It gets pretty heavy. Well, the audience gets bigger.
Well, think about this. In the Upper Deck era of collecting, an out of 50 card, a couple $100, PSA 10, $800, in that realm. You just had 2024 Topps Marvel Chrome. The True Gold Spider-Man PSA 10 just sold for $11,000. And yes, that's an incredible amount of money for any card, particularly for a Marvel card. When you get over 10 grand, you're in rarefied air with Marvel cards. But it's all about the demand. And so when the demand is so high, out of 50 becomes incredibly rare, especially when you add condition rarity to something, because people are battling for it. And so it's always going to be about supply and demand. We had a comment that said Pokemon's another animal. No, it's another animal in the sense it has more demand, but it's still a lesson in supply and demand. Where you want to be careful is when the demand isn't about collecting, the demand is about flipping and speccing, and what happens when there's no buyers, because all the buyers are only ever always speculating. That's the real danger. And so the question is, as the hobby continues to grow, do we have people hoarding because they're collecting, or do we have people hoarding because they think they're investing, but the only buyers out there are other people who think they're investing? And there's not enough true collectors to really build a floor of value long term. And so that, is a real danger.
And before I move on, just to show you, I put one of the refractors in, super refractors in here, just because it was on the sell sheet. So I wanted to show one. We have the clawed back, and it's a different claw shape, which I think was really nice of them. I was hoping if they were going to continue that clawed series, that it was Wolverine's different claws over the decades, which would be kind of cool. So like, different patterns and stuff like that, which would be fun. And again, those are actual, that gray you're sitting there is actually translucent. So that would actually show the card beneath it, just so people know if you haven't seen them yet, which I'm sure you have.
Yeah. I saw this on Instagram, the clawed, when it came out in 2025 Topps Chrome, I was like, I'm not a fan of this, but the market had other plans,
And they look kind of good in person. Like they're not flimsy, which I will say, like, I'm not did I run and get a surfer claw? No, but I do think the card was made significantly well. I have to say that was pretty amazing to see.
For me, what it was is the quality control in the 25s were better than I thought, with as much cutting as being done on the card. Surprised by the quality control, but really it was just fun to pull. It's like, oh yeah, this is gimmicky, right? Yeah. But it is different. It's kind of fun. And if that image only existed with that design, then yeah, it would suck because it destroys the image. But that's what Wolverine does with his claws. Yeah, Blake, I would rather see the art, but that's why there's so many other different versions of the card. A lot of parallels.
So to have this interrupted here, very gimmicky for sure. But when you have maybe printed of this image of Wolverine on the base card printed, I mean, we can look at it here, right? You can go here back to the catalog. You can go click the eye here. You can see there are 11,381 number of cards and 179 subsets. That Wolverine parallel is a massive number.
Yep, no doubt. T-Bear likes it too. Okay, let's get to the checklist. We're unfortunately 22 minutes in and we haven't got to the checklist yet.
I'm so sorry. Let's go.
Slow burn, people. Slow burn.
So here's what Topps supplied. So you have this kind of long list of things here. How did you want to go through it, buddy? We have the checklist on Collectus as well. This is all of your odds and subsets, which we also have on Collectus.
Yeah. So I don't know that I want to go through like each character, but let's and unpack each character, but let's start reading them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow my screen up here so I can see a little bit better too.
Absolutely.
All right. So so the checklist is in alphabetical order. Is that the first thing that we're seeing here?
That's right. That's exactly what we're seeing. Card 1 all the way down. So so for people who are familiar with Upper Deck, there is a high series and a low series. So here you have set up as characters 1, which is card 1 all the way to 100. And then you have characters 2, which is set up from 101.
Interesting.
Very interesting. All the way to 200. And that's kind of how it's organized here in one space.
And so there's 2 sets of alphabetical orders. There's
correct
characters 1 and then characters 2.
That's right.
Got it. Okay. Are we aware if there's a difference in pack odds for characters 1 and character 2?
So as of right now, there is no difference between characters 1 and characters 2 with pack odds, which we have.
The reason I'm asking that is because for Upper Deck, high series had a short printed effect for the high series. So those came out with they were more difficult to pull your high series cards.
That's right. It doesn't look like that's the case here. So I'm not sure what the divide is. I wonder. I don't know.
But go back to the checklist and let's look at. All right. So one of the things that this does help, like if you're running breaks and you want to run them in alphabetical order where it's already in the checklist order. And so that's helpful, right? So I like that. Abomination, Adam Warlock, Agatha Harkness, Amaranth. How do you say it? Yeah, I think I probably butchered that. America Chavez, Ant-Man, Apocalypse. Now, Apocalypse was banned for a little bit, but he's on here. Ares, Baron Zemo, Beast. So we're getting a mix of Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man. So we got Black Cat, Black Knight, Black Panther, Black Widow, Blade, Blink, Captain America, Captain Britain, Captain Marvel, Carnage. So, I mean, as I'm reading this and you're thinking through, okay, if you're an X-Men fan, you know, you may not be into the finest set, right? If you're Avengers or Fantastic Four, you may not be into, you know, X-Men 97, but this is going to get everybody. You're not going to be, you're not going to escape for the most part. It's going to have some of the characters that are in those titles that you like. And the other thing I'm noticing is the weight of the popularity of the characters is really strong. I mean, we're just got to the season. There's already some A-list characters, Carnage and Captain America. You got Cyclops, Daredevil, Dark Gwenpool debut. Okay, that's fascinating. Can you do a Google search on Dark Gwenpool? Because I haven't seen who that is.
So Dark Gwenpool, let's check her out.
Yeah.
And since she's new, I can't use Collectus for that, but in the future, we definitely will be able to. Okay, so this seems to be her design here.
So she looks like Gwenpool, but it's in the dark outfit. Okay, instead of the white and pink-ish outfit, it's in a darker outfit.
I went to the site with the worst amount of ads.
Yeah, that's good. I've seen enough.
You've seen enough?
Yeah, I just didn't know the outfit. But let's talk about debut for a second. So we have this kind of running dialogue going on about, is it a first appearance? Is it a rookie? Topps has settled on debut. And it's kind of interesting they settled on debut because you're not a rookie character, right? You didn't get called up from the minor leagues and now are in the major leagues in comics. You know, It's not your first professional game as a rookie, which is, you know, where that term comes from. You and I have talked about this. We like first appearance because that is a comic book term. When someone debuts in a comic book, they call it a first appearance, first full appearance, cameo appearance, but it's an appearance for the first time. And so we've talked about, hey, this is the first time that they've appeared on a trading card or in a sticker on what you would consider a Marvel card. But Topps is cross-pollinating. They like the word debut. They're using it. I don't know if you've noticed, but they're putting debut patches on players as they come into the league. And then they're taking those patches and putting them into the cards, and you can pull a debut patch. I mean, literally their first appearance, their debut rookie appearance on a card. Pretty massive when you really think about it. Could you imagine if Topps was creating product in 1984 and they took the debut patch off of Michael Jordan and put it on a card and somebody owned that right now?
No, it's a very smart decision to create rarity simultaneously by actually making it part of the game, right? It's very clever. It's part of history, really. Yeah, because that jersey. Yeah.
Forever, right? And so they are taking that word debut and they're moving it over to non-sports comics entertainment, and debut actually works because the character debut is another word for appearance.
I think it works just fine. And what's really interesting too, and I don't know if Upper Deck and Topps have people eating lunch together and someone said the idea out loud and now it's in both camps, but Batman animated series has UD debut cards, funny enough, as well. So it's definitely a word that's in the ether. And I think it's going to be the word that these card companies are going to kind of back for non-sports specifically, because rookies never really did work. And I think debut is a nice way to settle on that, especially if you go outside of comic books.
I mean, I get it. And look, I know we say rookies didn't work, but he's going to.
You're not wrong. Every time I say that, someone shows me that card and I have to be like,
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I like the word debut, and I like that it's being cross-pollinated because really we like paths of least resistance and we like things to be easily understood. People use the word rookie because you don't have to explain it. You may not like it, but when somebody says it, if they're being honest and they're using it correctly, you understand what that means. Debut, I think, can have the same efficiency and language, and because it's being used in both spaces, both sports and non-sports, it won't have all the charged negative energy around it that people seem to have with the word rookie card.
I think so too. And we always knew this was going to be something that people were going to market it on, and there's so many more collectors now, so we knew this was always going to be something. I just wanted to show here that you can search by character. So if you did want to collect all of Gwynpool cards or Dark Gwynpool or whoever you want to collect, whatever it is, you can see all the subsets that character has here. And then if you want to see it in a different view, you can come here, go there, click the card, and you can see here as well if you want to go character.
I mean, it's like a true collector built this website.
Well, the community's helping build this website, and I really love all of you so much for joining the Discord and being such an integral part of this, because this is not an easy thing to categorize, and you guys have been awesome. But anyway, I just wanted to show that there because it does seem to be a really cool roster of characters that are a few that are debut ones, which would be interesting to see.
And for me, as a kid who learned about most of comic characters through Marvel cards as a kid, I love it. I'm not going to read about Dark Gwynpool, but if I pull a card there, now I got it. I got the index card of information, right?
It wasn't comic books that taught me about Silver Surfer. It was cards. Then I came to the comic books. I'm literally a product of that, like you are. Like, it's amazing. Yeah.
We got Dr. Doom. I mean, we're in his world now. Might as well just rename us Latveria. I mean, he's going to be everywhere. It's not going to stop. Massive character, already one of the greatest villains of all time. Be interested to see if he even climbs that mountain even higher after the movie. Dr. Octopus, Domino, Doomosaurus, one of the cards I enjoyed pulling the most from Fantastic Four Finest. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? Who doesn't love Dr. Doom? Put dinosaur in an iron mask. It was fun.
Perfect.
Dormammu, Dragonfire. I have to learn more about Dragonfire later. Emma Frost. Yeah, let's go. White Queen herself. Enchantress, Eternity, Forge, Galactus, Gambit, Gamora, Ghost Rider. I mean, we're 41 characters in. This thing is loaded. Ghost Spider, Glob. Don't know about Glob. Somebody has to educate me on that one. Oh, look at this. When's the last time you seen a Goblin Queen card that wasn't because of the cartoon?
Goblin Queen is so good too. I think it's Dangerous Divas. I can look on Collectus, but there's a Sedustress card of that character, and so glad she's back.
Look. I want to see. Let's look.
You want to see it? Let's see if I put it in here. Let's see.
You just do character search and just type in Goblin Queen.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Bada bing. Yes. And then we'll see.
And you have Collectus linked in the description of the video, right?
I believe so, yes. If not, I can show you guys the link. Let me go here. Go to catalog. Let's see if I can pull it up a little faster here. Goblin Queen.
Yeah.
So I'll let that load there.
Yeah. But let's go back to the checklist while you're doing that.
So we got Goblin Queen is 41.
Green Goblin, Groot, Hawkeye. In fact, somebody just pulled the Green Goblin Superfractor from 2024. Topps Chrome. I saw that.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful card. Hawkeye, Hercules, Hope Summer, Hulk, Human Torch, Iceman, Icarus, Infernal Hulk. Can you do an image search on that one?
I feel like there was an image on that. I feel like that was one of the cards they showed. Let's see.
Really?
I feel like it was. Yeah, it was actually. I don't know if someone uploaded that to Collectus already, but yeah, it was actually one of the cards.
Okay, there it is. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that character. I wonder if it's a Bruce Banner Hulk.
Oh, look, here's the first debut sticker as well.
Like
it says first appearance.
Does it really?
It does.
So they're getting both of them there. Very
You're getting
cool.
both of them. There you go.
First appearance, debut. I like it. Super
Pretty
cool.
amazing. Very cool.
All right, let's keep going.
Let me get the checklist here. Where are you?
At the very end.
Go you go.
Invisible Woman, Iron Fist, Iron Man. So in the past 2 years, 2025 and so far in 2026, Iron Man's had the highest card sale. Not Spider-Man, not Wolverine. Iron Man.
That's pretty
And
interesting.
for the most part, it wasn't really even close. Now, there may be some private sales we don't know about. I'm only referring to public sales. Big cards move all the time privately and they don't get reported. So, but in terms of like what we can verify online as a public sale, Iron Man is, and it's interesting. We shouldn't be surprised. We have what, I don't know, 2008 when Iron Man, the movie, debuted. So we're almost 20 years of Iron Man kind of leading in a lot of ways, in people's minds on the movie screen. And that's having the impact. And it's fascinating to see because as 40-year-olds who grew up in the 90s, Iron Man, he was not even in the top 10, right?
Not even.
Cool character, enjoyed him, but he wasn't even in the top 10. So we got Jean Grey, Jeff the Land Shark. Literally had somebody message me the other day, said, "Hey, I'm looking for big Jeff the Land Shark cards. If you have
There's
any,
a massive following for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's one thing we have to understand as Marvel card fans who've been around for a long time. The inspiration, the origination of where people become fans of these characters and how they get to Marvel cards, that's not the same way it was with us. It wasn't from Wizard Magazine or the animated series or the comic books. It's from a video game, and Marvel Rivals, and which is great. I love it.
Yeah,
you got Jubilee, Juggernaut. I thought somebody said Juggernaut wasn't in this set earlier, but he certainly is. There he is. Not only you get that, you got Kate Bishop and Kid Juggernaut again. He was in 2025. Yeah, I think it was 2025 Topps Chrome. Kingpin. Shout out to my brother Brian, Kingpin collector. He's the only one. No one else should ever bid on Kingpin cards. He's the only guy. Nobody else.
And he does not pay us to say that.
And Chick-fil-A gift cards.
Yeah, at all.
Kitty Pryde. Love it. Always fun to see what name are they going to use for Kitty Pryde? Is it Shadow Cat? Is it Kitty Pryde? Craven the Hunter, Leader, probably my least favorite card to pull. Lockjaw, Long Shot. And you know what? I'll never truly begrudge pulling a terrible character, because as a kid, when I would open up 1995 Fleer Ultra X-Men, I kept pulling Albert, which is like a robotic version of Wolverine.
Wow.
Or literally the character random, not a random card, but like the character. I'm like, why do I keep pulling this card over and over and over again? But that's part of the experience, right? So when you do actually pull the Wolverine or the Spider-Man, it actually it means something to you, right? Yeah, 95 Fleer Ultra X-Men. See it right there in the middle.
That's what I was looking for.
I thought you were going to pull up Albert.
I was.
I might point it to it, but you can't see. 95 Fleer Ultra X-Men, right beside Spider-Man. Jean Grey. Nope. The Jean Grey pack.
Well, you said Jean Grey, and I was like, I thought we were talking about Albert.
Yeah, the pack.
Thank you. It takes me a while to remember what Albert was, and there he is.
I kept pulling that one over and over. I don't know. I have a little more respect for it now.
No joke. I pulled this card tons of times as well. Funny enough.
You're awesome.
Oh my God.
Future son-in-law just brought me something. Sorry.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
my daughter's getting married Sunday, and my future son-in-law just brought me a gift and set it down. So
he's smart man. Securing his position in the family. Good man.
Yep.
You know who did this though? The guy who did the Beta Ray.
Now it makes sense. Tom Taggart. Hey, show him Psylocke real quick for the folks who don't know about 95.
Dude, everyone should know about 95. Oh,
you see it?
This is like
card number 38.
Card number 38.
Yeah.
Julie.
Yeah, okay. We'll have to do 95 Fluoro X-Men another day.
Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, here we go.
But if you're on Collectus, you can see it.
You can just look at whatever you whatever. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it, guys.
Where are we at? We were up a little bit.
We're about to hit MODOK, so Cashro should appear magically somewhere.
Well, scroll up just a little bit for me. Yeah. Leader, Lizard, Lockjaw, Longshot, Luke Cage, MODOK.
Yep.
Shout out, like you said, to Castro. Magneto, Man-Thing, Mantis, Mephisto, Miles Morales. Love to see it. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Sinister, Moon Knight, Moonstar.
Interesting.
Who's Moonstar? Is it Danny Moonstar?
I don't know. Maybe there's a separate Moonstar somewhere.
Is there another Moonstar?
I don't know. That would be interesting. Hopefully they didn't forget the Danny.
Miss Marvel was, how do you say that? Mutina?
Mutina. That's my guess.
Like it's a mutant?
Like Mutina.
We're at that point where we can't come up with a name. Mysterio, Mystique, love it. Love to see Mystique. Nightcrawler, there he is. Yep. Night Drifter, that'll be a new one for me. Nova, Omega Red, like it. Professor X, Psylocke, Quicksilver, Rasputin 4. Okay. Does that count as a magic card?
I feel like it does, dude. I hate to break it to you, but I feel like it might.
I don't know.
Oh, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Cut this part of the
yeah, that's it.
The video so no one sees it. Rasputina is, the terrible character. Nobody likes it.
Awful. Garbage.
Awful. Yeah. Rip Rap, fun character. It's like Spider-Man was a rabid dog. Revelation, Rhino, Rocket Raccoon, Rogue, and Sleeper Agent. Love to see Rogue there. Okay, can we pause for a second? That's a pretty hefty top 100.
It's a hefty list. It's massive.
It's in a lot of ways like a breaker's dream. I hate to look at it through that lens, but unfortunately, that is how a lot of these cards are being distributed, right or wrong or indifferent. But that's a pretty strong top 100. When you can sell 200 spots plus maybe some insert spots, and the characters are characters that people are going to want to chase. What does that do? Well, when you drive up the price on a per character standpoint, you end up driving up the price of the box, the price of the case. So what would be my advice on something like that? If you want a box, don't wait. Don't wait. It might get cheaper in the future, but then you have to wait to have the experience of opening the box, right? And it may not get cheaper. We've seen that happen, but unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast at the moment. But pretty strong character list.
From your experience, I got a good question. I think it's a good question. So let's say we have 200 characters.
Fausto, there are no stupid questions, only stupid people.
That's not wrong. 200 characters here. Out of 200 characters, what do you think your variety is on one box? Like, do you hit 50 different characters, 20 different characters? I wonder what that looks like.
For the most part, most people get a character. Like we saw this with Batman. Open up a case for Batman, 200 characters. Almost everyone got a character. And I really don't remember someone not getting a character. Okay. I'll do a little side rant about Whatnot and kind of my thoughts about there's a lot that wrong is like, there's wrong as it is evil, and then there's wrong as it's unpleasant. It's not really illegal, it's unpleasant. So I'm more on the unpleasant side, but it might swing to the illegal side eventually. Okay. whenever you buy a pack of cards, right? Like if someone were to imagine that this box was sealed and they bid on it, and let's say they bid $500, almost double the price of the box. Okay. That's a bit of their prerogative, right or wrong or indifferent, but they know what they're getting. They're getting everything in the box, period. Okay. They may not know which card they're getting, and that's part of the gamble and the chase, right? You pull the gold PMG Spider-Man, which no one's seen yet. You're pretty happy you spent 500, right?
Right.
You pull, not Spider-Man, maybe you're not as happy. But when you randomize, when you add another layer of gamble where you say, all right, now you're going to bid on characters and you don't know if the character's in the box. That's a second layer of gambling. I think that second tier of gambling may eventually be illegal on Whatnot. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. And I remember
you want to overspend for the box. I'm using that in air quotes. That's fine. You want to gamble on the box. That's fine. But if you're now gambling on something you don't know if you're even going to get, that is where I think someone could, through whatever means legal, I'm not a legal person, so don't get me there. I could just see where they come in one day and say, okay, that part's gone. Add a third layer where now you're randomizing which character you get, and you don't even know if that character's in the box, and the box is already a gamble. That, I could just see where that they're like, hey, this is not the same thing as somebody buying a shirt or a mystery pack that has a shirt in it. You don't know what shirt you're going to get, right? That part I think is where the hobby, that's where I would like to see the hobby change. If I was president for a day, what's the first thing I would get rid of? It would be those additional layers of gambling that happen, but
not world hunger, none of that stuff. That comes later, people.
We're getting rid of this. If we could cure world hunger by eating cardboard, that would be number one. But unfortunately,
you have a very strong card stance.
It's tough when you live in a world where there's actually plenty of food and people still starve. It's hard to understand, but that's just me. Okay. Let's get back. Sorry guys for the slight little rant there.
I think it's a good rant though, because I think anytime anybody's looking at a checklist, especially now in 2026, you have to consider, do I buy the box? Do I go on Whatnot? Do I wait to hunt on eBay?
As many people as you would make happy about that, I'm just thinking about the legality. As many people as you would make happy about that, I would be disappointed if I didn't have access to a box or the box price reaches $500. I don't want to pay that to try to get magic.
Yeah.
I would rather just pay $100 and have a chance at magic. So it's a double-edged sword, right?
For sure.
But we move on. Angela's back.
Love it.
There used to be an Angela collector. I remember seeing them. And I remember they would have like multiple of the same card. And I was like, okay, that's a bit overboard, but I respect it.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. A lot of people did that back in the day when the
poll was like a page of base cards, right? Yeah.
No. They would make sure they were like cornering like a serial number, or they were like making sure of an insert. A lot of people did that kind of stuff.
I want 8 of the 10. That way, if you need one,
Yeah.
That's not collecting. That's investing. But I meant more on the collecting side. But Angela, what a beautiful character.
Great character.
Depending on what art they choose. Angela, first appearance in Spawn, Todd McFarlane. Rice moved over to Marvel. Now she's in Marvel. Anti-Venom. Anytime you can get a Venom character, people love it. Okay, how Arachnic?
That's closer than I'll ever get. So I have no idea.
Can we look for that character?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can find.
Do what?
Oh, crazy.
What in world? Wolverine and Spider-Man mix?
Weird.
Yeah, pull that one up. No, that's a video. That's a who is.
Yeah.
We don't do that. All right, I'm going to do some research on this one. Okay, fascinating. You're going to make me break out my, I did a Wolverine Spider-Man amalgamation. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that, actually.
Spider claws, I think is what I call them.
That's right. Oh, wow.
And Because the idea was that at the he could shoot out the claws as web and bring them back.
It looks like they took that idea from you a little bit here until we read up on them.
Stole my idea. Yeah, that's all right. You know, an idea is one thing. How you implement it is another. Okay, that's going to be interesting to see how people respond to that. Arcade, that's another throwaway character for me. Archangel, beautiful. Chameleon, Clea. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Fascinating to see Cosmic Ghost Rider. Like him as a character. Deathlock, Devil Dinosaur, Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom 2099.
I love that.
That is cool.
This character has a lot of history. Very cool.
And some fun history of Marvel cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, wait a minute. Doyle Dormammu. Is this Dormammu's country cousin who lives out in the farm field?
Country cousin. I was going to say accountant, but I love country cousins so much more.
Oh, no. Doyle is not country here.
Doyle's like a school kid. Kind of cool.
He's like he's like the private school wizard.
Why do I even go to this site? Garbage. Yeah. Looks like a private school kind of kid.
Yeah. Kind of fun though.
Very cool. I actually really love his design. Okay. So he was in
On Fire Pumpkin.
Nice. There's a toy too.
Huh. Is that a toy? Yeah. Cool. Got to learn more about Doyle.
Doyle.
Okay. Elbecca Voss. Don't know anything about Elbecca. Electra, great. Evangeline debut. So there was an Evangeline in the 90s, but I think it was do comics. Yeah. Okay. Don't know which version we're going to get here. A little devilish. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we get here.
Wasn't there, who am I thinking of in the 90s? Evangeline.
Sounds kind of
keep moving on.
Yeah.
There's a Wizard magazine that I have in my head where there's a, like it was like not comic art, it was actual like TV show or something. But anyways, Exodus, Glitch, Grandmaster, Gwenpool. Sorry, Gwen fans, you're in for it. Hallows Eve. A little something for everyone.
Yep.
A lot of hell here. We got Hellcat, Hellgate, and Helverine. Hobgoblin, Helverine, Wolverine type character with flaming claws, I think. Iron Cat. All right, let's do it. Have you seen Iron Cat? This is not a debut, so we already have an Iron Cat card, and I just don't know about it.
Oh, Iron Man and Black Cat.
That okay? If done, where have I been?
I don't know. I've been under a rock too. I didn't know this was here either.
Okay, Iron
Very
Cat.
nice design though. Very cool.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's not bad.
So Black Cat. You know, I could see those two connecting. That makes sense.
Sick.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Venom Kid, Null. Here we go.
That's cool.
Lady Henrietta, Loki, Luna Snow. Love that. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're done.
Astro and Magic. But you know, the question is what art, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a question for all of these in a lot of ways. But man, what art? What art?
Oh man, let's see how many parallels you're tapped for.
Arm import. Is it going to be as bad as Platinum?
Oof.
Wait, this is just in Comics Chrome?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Can we count them? How many? So we got one, two.
So one row.
That's what I'm trying to count the row.
11, 12, 13. So 13 times 4.
4. So that's going to be 52.
Plus 3, 55.
55. That's about platinum.
It's about platinum.
By the way, I used Common Core math. I said 10 times 4 is 40. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 40 is 52.
Hey, we collect cards here, okay, people?
People bash Common Core math. That's how my brain works.
How it goes.
Marvel, Mary Jane 137. Oh, I see what it did. They got a little typo there. Mary Jane and Misery.
Misery.
Moon Girl, Nimrod, SPDR,
Pretty
Rachel Summers. Love the ladies. Always good to see that, as long as the art is acceptable. Rylith, Rapid, Sabretooth. There we go. Shout out to our friend Graydon.
Hey, buddy.
Scarlet Witch. Yeah. He by the way, he saw this card. Where's it at? He saw the promo. Yeah, here it is. He saw the 90MU promo. He was like, hey, about that. Can I get that? I was like, yeah, probably.
Beautiful. Man. Those promos, man.
Scarlet Spider, love Scarlet Spider. I'd love to see the classic Scarlet Spider. That's just me.
That'd be cool.
Scorpion, Scream, Sentry, Shang-Chi, She-Hulk, She-Venom, Shocker, Shuri, Silent, Silk. All fantastic. Silver Surfer, Silver Sable. Sorry, Palstone.
It's okay.
Mr. Sorrow. Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know who that is. Spider-Boy. He's fun. Yeah, lots of spiders. Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman. All the spiders. All great. Yep. We've seen the Spider-Man art. Can you show that again?
Yes.
I'd like to talk about
I can.
And yeah, if we could show that, and then let's card number 1. All right. I'm about it. I like it.
I like it.
It's going to be interesting to see the actual effect on the card. This is a little bit, rendered, as an image.
Yeah.
But can you now show the 2024 Topps Chrome?
Let's see if I have it in here.
Yeah.
Let's see if someone uploaded it, to be honest. 2024?
Yep.
Marvel. If I could spell, that'd be easier.
I think you do Topps. Yeah, there it goes. You had it?
We're
losing them, guys. There it is. Oh, you had it. It was in the drop down.
Or is this 2025 or 2024?
25. That's 25.
That's 25. I don't think I put 2024 in here yet.
Oh, well, I thought I saw it drop down.
Let's see. So these are the tops.
I see it. Go to row 4, spot number 6.
Row 4?
Yeah. There.
Yeah. What is wrong with me? I'm blind.
And there's the Spider-Man image. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, so pull it up. All right, look at that. And now look at go back to the 26 version.
Okay, and this I will do faster now.
Yeah. Well, I was just showing you kind of how they're similar.
Yeah, they are very similar. The pose is very similar. I think this is stronger, but it is very similar.
So
very similar.
To be fair, when I first saw the 24 Topps Chrome, I was like, and some of that was coming off. There's a particular image that Upper Deck kept using over and over again that was similar to this. That I was kind of burnt out on that kind of pose, so to speak.
Yeah.
And because it's as dynamic as Spider-Man can get, that was a little bit flat, and but man, it's growing on me quite a bit.
It's one of those, and that also might be a Marvel thing. We've seen characters in certain poses and certain costumes, so it limits what they can actually use. So sometimes people, sometimes the companies are just like, we need it in this pose or this kind of stature or, whatever kind of body size, right? Because Spider-Man can be pretty stylistic across from different artists.
Well, I think what happens over time when you pick these kind of images is they sear in your brain a little bit more, and they become a little more iconic.
Yeah.
100%. So I think that's pretty wise from their standpoint. My laptop thinks I'm talking to Siri. I'm not. All right, back to the checklist.
checklist.
All right. Star-Lord, Storm, Strong Guy, Strife. Okay, we haven't seen Strife in a while.
Very cool.
Little, Cable clone. Sunspot, Taskmaster, Thanos, Thing. By the way, Thanos art and Magic the Gathering, the release today.
I lost my mind when I saw that card. That was amazing.
Unbelievable. The Thing, Thena, Thor, Throg, Tigra, Tombstone, Toxin, another Venom type character, U.S. Agent, Captain America type character, Ultimate Daredevil, which is a debut. That'll be fun. Ultimate Wolverine, Ultron, Valerie Richards, Venom. Let's go. You're a Venomizer. I'm a Venomizer. What? Okay. Venomizer. What?
Venomouse.
Venomouse. Is it? Tell me this is Mickey Mouse in Venom.
I'm sorry. I know.
We got to see it.
We're the worst. We never do anything in a short amount of time.
Where's this map? Oh wait, it's just a chick.
It's,
it's Black Widow as Venom.
I feel like that's true.
Venomous.
Go
back. I think it's a typo. Go back.
I think it's a typo.
But we need a Venom mouse card now.
Yeah, that should be invented now.
That's kind of
yeah. Because I was like, where did we get mouse? Maybe we said it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can definitely say something wrong. It's no doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty good.
That's fine. It's a beautiful art for that character.
Yeah.
Vision, Vulcan, Cyclops' brother, if I remember correctly, Vulture, War Machine, Wasp, Werewolf by Night. Love it.
Cool.
Little, macabre in the set. White Fox.
We've seen White Fox.
I feel like we have.
We have. We've seen White Fox. She's a cool character. She's really awesome. Yeah. She's
all right,
she's
Tops.
Really, actually, we knew a good I feel like someone collected her. She's really cool.
Very cool. White Tiger, we know that one. Wiccan, Wolverine, there we go, and X-23. Again, another reason that putting the characters in alphabetical order works is, if you're doing live selling and you're doing character spots, you really want your bigger characters to be towards the end because people leave from a bidding standpoint if the big characters have been ran. So this allows for just a natural flow and build up to the S's, the V's, and the W's, Spider-Man, Venom, and Wolverine. So that works. And if they don't put them in alphabetical order, you end up building an alphabetical order list for that reason on Whatnot,
which is super tedious. And we plan on having quite a brilliant way to get our site working with people on Whatnot. I know a lot of people on Whatnot use the site here and there to show off the set so people can create checklists and stuff like that. But we plan on having an export, features for Whatnot breakers, scheduling their shows
along with the images so that you can so if you're able to build a spreadsheet that uploads correctly to Whatnot where the images are there, you can be a premier shop and it helps reduce your cost. So if Collectus is able to help with that, especially with new releases, none of us
definitely want to help,
able to have the time to do that.
And we're here for that reason. We want to build the tools that people need for collecting.
Okay, so the reality is we're really not done with this checklist. We just got through the base characters. The inserts are still to come. So only an hour. But thank you for being here with us. Hope you've enjoyed it up to this point. Stay along because there's some really cool inserts that are going to pop up. All right, what's our first insert?
Okay. So we'll do this. We have all the base cards. You have traditional bases. You have a Spider-Man, a Spider-Web reflector that's been around, Hulk green laser, Dazzler silver rhythm that's new. We also have a red and blue Spider-Web. So that's similar to that Captain America you saw.
Well, they had an Iron Man, the Iron Man parallel where it's the Iron Man colors. So we've seen that.
Yes, 100%. We have a Human Torch refractor, which is kind of cool. There's the Captain America Star refractor. That's the one we saw earlier.
Oh, we just saw it on Captain America.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
they just did there. And that's out of 41. And you can actually see that information here as well. So if you just go to a card, you can actually see the rarity as well. And we do the pack odds and serial count too. So you can see that there. So that's all there. So it's pretty similar. Some new refractors, a storm lightning. So there's a whole storm section, which is pretty cool. That goes all the way down.
And so 1 in 3, 1 in 36, 1 in 47, 1 in 79. Is that what that says? What does that say?
I think that's what that says.
1 in 70, 1 in 139, 1 in 347, and then the red lightning, which is out of 1 in 694. Is this only in hobby? So the odds I just read off and then we're seeing on the screen is just hobby.
It's just hobby, so you can't get it in any other value.
All right, so that's the the thing here. Storm is only in hobby. And what this allows Top to do is to pull some of those other inserts out of hobby and put it in the other product without really diminishing the value of the hobby, right?
Which I think is nice. Sometimes that's really helpful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you went through all the cards here and you can kind of see all the refractors, like if you want to collect all those different subsets, which would be impossible, but you could see kind of all of them here and look what they're specifically out of as well. Serial count 99 for the 1 out of 3. So the base for this lightning refractor.
Refractor, yeah.
Refractor, yeah. So you have that kind of, so you have the different rarities there as well. So you have Storm being only from those, and I think that's the only one so far other than
that's just for
Marvel
hobby.
logo refractor. That will only be in hobby as well.
Yes, Rider was in here. So far, we've seen Cosmic Ghost Rider long shot.
Yeah, brother.
Okay, so all right, that's our base refractors. I want to make a statement about red refractors. So you got the red ray. Is it going to be ray or red wave? But okay. Red ray wave, red. Come on, Justin. Words are hard. Red ray wave refractor. But the true red refractor, the true out of 5, true red, you see it there. Those tend to outperform other like refractors. So you have your true colors, you have your true reds, your true blues, your true golds, and your true blacks, which are typically out of 10. I didn't do the order correctly there. Especially in high grade, PSA 10, those tend to outperform other same rarity. So a red wave refractor or a gold wave refractor or black wave refractor. Those are not your true colors. That has been historically true with the way, people who collect chrome chase the parallels. Okay. So just keep an eye on that. If you see a cell and it's a wave, but yours is a true color, you may have to, you might want to put a little premium, and then vice versa. If you see a true color cell, yours is going to sell for the same amount.
I didn't know that.
It's been my experience. I've seen it in the numbers. And the out of 5 reds, it's the way, and for me, the way I have experienced it, in the same way that historical Marvel card collectors chased out of 10s and had a premium on those, Chrome collectors like the out of 5s. Not that they don't dislike the out of 10s, but they really chase those out of 5s, where in Marvel cards, out of 5s haven't always carried that same.
Which is really strange. Yeah, I've always wondered that myself. So is that crossover between Finest and Chrome? Does Finest have a different numbered parallel that tends to go after? Not that, yeah.
They have a true red, and
yeah,
the true red tends to outperform that out of 5. Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. So then you have some more waves. This is going to be hard for me to say too, Justin. You and I both suffer from the same
6 years speech therapy. I'm proud of where I'm at today.
Same. Ray wave. I swear they're doing this on purpose. So you have those. You also have X refractors. these are interesting because it looks like these are some of the ones that are exclusive to the different boxes. You see the split here?
I see that. Okay, I'm glad you really called this out. So this is going to be Blasters, Mega, and what else? Can you
Yeah,
scroll up?
so I don't know this
Oh,
exactly,
interesting.
but
So there's
Mega
different.
and Value.
What was that? Hold on. What is that? Go back up. What does that mean? Value CEE, value EA, value SE, and but the odds are the same, right? Is that until you,
They look the same, so maybe it's region, maybe it's something to do with barcode specific. I'm not sure.
well, I'm wondering if one is like like mass market retail through like Target, Walmart, GameStop, that kind of thing. And one may be like your more franchisee stores and shops, and then mom and pop comic book type. I wonder if that's it.
That might be
But
the
I
case.
honestly don't know.
Most important thing to note, though, is that the odds are the same, like you mentioned, which I think is
That's
extremely important.
Mm-hmm.
And the main difference is Value to Mega, and Value is going to carry the Ray Waves,
Mm-hmm.
and Mega is going to carry these X Factors. So if you're an X-Men fan looking for that Mega.
And I don't know. I don't know this is true or not true, but I was actually looking at quite a few Star Wars Chrome sales last night. I was going through some comps and some really strong sales on the X Factors for Star Wars. Don't know if that'll carry over to Marvel. Don't even know. Maybe I just saw something I thought was real. It's not real, but that was kind of fascinating.
I think it's really interesting when I see these kind of sections because it is cool to see these special little subsets, and some of them are really interesting looking too. So, I wasn't a huge fan of this when they first did it, but now that I understand how the audience is working for Topps, I see why they place so much emphasis on certain subsets and why they continue them across multiple sets too, like Chrome, all those kind of things. I think that's interesting, that kind of synergy. Yeah.
Someone made a comment here, said in another video, someone said that the CEE, which was one of the acronyms behind the
interesting.
value is Costco. I certainly don't know if that's true, but to me, I just wonder. Of course, Topps has the online release. We're right now on Topps website, by the way. If you want to open a mega box, I think it's $69. It's for sale right now. I don't know why I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to help you, not help Topps here. But if you want a box, there you go.
And they give you some of these
inserts can we just too. They say the box is beautiful. I
like it. I like
it.
And we got a Gambit on a box, which doesn't happen often. Electra's new too. Magneto's featured. I mean, this is a good range. We got Cable over here. Jordan gets to see. That's kind of cool. The X-Force exclusive is being advertised.
I'm a fan. I think Hobby has Wolverine on it. Is that right?
I think Hobby. I have to go look for Hobby, but I believe so.
Okay, yeah.
Let me see. Maybe. No, I think because it's sold out, they took the box off here. But I can go on here. And I think I uploaded the box to Collectus too, because we want to basically put cell sheets, box images, all that kind of stuff. So you have Wolverine, Psylocke, and Venom.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're paying attention.
Yeah, it's a good selection. So we'll get back to that list. So we have the Claude Chromes coming back, and this time around you have your characters.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No. So it looks like you have a black, a red, and a super refractor. And the base.
I love it.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
And they may have called him adamantium before. I just didn't notice it.
I don't know either. I wonder, do you think these are the same odds? Let me see. Let me see real quick. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I'm just interested. I want to see if, let's look at 25, because 25 had Claude, I think.
Right. Oh, it did.
So it did, right? Okay, so let's go. So they had black
steel.
Okay, so they called it stainless steel. 1157. 1174. Slightly, so are probably around the same rarity.
probably the same rarity, higher print run. And this is per pack, right? This is one in 174 packs, right?
Yeah.
Or
So you
boxes.
go. So hobby is one out
Yeah,
of
these
one
are boxes.
pack, one out of
Yeah,
two packs. Yeah.
just verifying.
So this is one
So in
out of
Collectus, you had the H, that meant odds and hobby. That's what that meant.
right. Exactly. H is hobby.
Not hobby boxes, but it's the rarity of the hobby release.
Right, because sometimes rarity is different in from blaster, hobby, and now you're going to have value box. So like on Collectus, you'll see us do this where we put like for the value EA, we'll put 1-4V just so everyone knows that it's only out of this value box. Yeah.
And then mega. Cool. Good job. All right, let's keep going through these inserts.
So we have Fanfare, which I believe is new, maybe. Future Stars, we've seen that.
I think Fanfare's new. We'll look at the character list for Fanfare, but it got my attention for sure. So we got the green, purple, gold, orange, black, red, which I'm kind of glad this is kind of more of just a traditional parallel.
Yeah.
You know?
And traditionally, gold is out of 50, orange is 20 or 25, black 25. Is 10 always, red is 5.
Exactly. Green's 99, purple 75.
Green's 99, purple 75.
Yep.
Future Stars.
Future Stars, we've been seeing it for a long time. In fact, I was going through some cards at the shop last night from 96, 97 basketball. Have Future Stars cards. This is an old parallel that we've seen. So
that's cool. That's good to know. Marvel Icons, I feel like that was in last year's as well, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, that's interesting. I don't know if that was there.
Don't recall that one.
Me neither.
Meanwhile, that's kind of on X-Men.
Meanwhile, on X-Men. Yeah. One World Under Doom. That's what it's called. I like it. I mean, I hope that's the reference. That's the one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
One World Under Doom, pretty cool. The Beyond. Interesting. And remember, these types of subsets are not just the base cards, right? So like if I went here and I typed Beyond, right, you're going to have a very specific list of characters. So just so everybody remembers, right? Like Doom's in here, Miles, Molecule Man, Beyonder, that makes sense. So maybe it's their kind of insert set. Mr. Sinister, Phoenix. So just watch out for that. Sometimes you get characters that appear in there, but you can always search the site through character. I don't know about you. How do you feel about these anniversary subsets? I kind of dig them.
Well, yeah. So one thing to remember about insert sets, especially when it comes to your more rare cards, like your out of fives and your super fractors. Some people think, oh, it's an insert, therefore it should be more expensive. But the reality is it typically is the opposite. The base at the same rarity sells for more because more people are collecting the base than people are collecting the insert. So the demand's different. You know,
yep. We saw this with Masterpieces when 2016 came out. Everyone was kind of like, well, why aren't the oranges more expensive than the base if every card's out of 99? And that just wasn't the case. Most people wanted a complete base. So it didn't matter if the orange set was only out of 100. You can only have 100 orange sets out there, which in my mind,
people
I agree.
Still paid more for a complete base set because the last 10
every
cards
time.
Every time. So you pull a superfractor from the years of Black Panther. Obviously, there's exceptions to the rules, but it's not likely going to sell more than a superfractor base Black Panther.
I do think there's an argument to be had that if you have an insert set that's specific to a character, if that character's on the card or character adjacent character, I do think, I mean, in my mind, I would value that insert set. But again, that's not always typical. Different people think differently about this. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
I'm just saying, don't just naturally think because it's an insert, it's more valuable than the same rarity of a base card.
100%. Great rule. This also has an exclusivity. So Fantastic Four is specific to value, while Black Panther, I believe it was, is specific to the mega. No, not Black Panther. X-Force. Sorry. And you can see that here on the side of the boxes.
Looking. We got a comment. Can they please put the artists on the back of the card? When it's original art, Topps has been putting the artists on it, but when it's comic book art, no, they have not been doing that.
No.
So I think it depends on if it's original art.
Yeah, I think they should do it every time because I'm like you, kid from the 90s. All the 90s cards were really good about having the artist on the back. That's how we saw Albert, who did Albert, which I think is so
fair,
good.
To be fair, that was original art.
That's original art. That's true.
Yeah.
I do think, yeah, that's true. That's true. I do think they still did it, but it was original art 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the record keeping personally, but I will say that's where Collectus comes in. You guys can actually come through here. And this is not a plug. This is just something I'm very excited about. You can actually mark the artist of X card on here. And you can track that data. So if you guys want to help out, do that kind of stuff. We've been trying to do it on our end, but you're free to do it, to make suggestions, and I'll approve it.
Love it. Love it.
So X-Force, Fantastic Four. We saw the exclusivity there.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Yep. Classic comic book covers. Those are fun. We've seen classic comic book covers before. Okay. Cordially invited. What does that come from?
Oof, I don't know. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Chat, do you know what that comes from?
That's not cordially the letters invited in the back of the comic book. Cordially invited. Maybe it's like to the Mutant Manor. I don't know. Let's see what characters are in there. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. Okay, so this is a weird situation.
Oh, yes. Okay, we were going to get to this. I remember now.
This is a weird situation. Okay, so cordially invited. Basically, it sounds to me, and this is a guess, I'm just judging based on context, that Topps has invited particular people to have Marvel cards and to have signatures from these people. So it seems to me that there's going to be a pack pool Kevin Feige cordially invited.
I'm going to tell you there is. Okay.
Oh, so see, that's why you do it.
Yeah. I mean, the list of the names here are fascinating to me. Okay. Kevin Feige, he's been overseeing Marvel Studios for almost 20 years. We talked about that. Like him, love him. Huge impact on Marvel. Massive impact. You know, he's not Stan Lee, but I mean, what he's done for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially for the first 10, 12 years, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. There are going to be people who want that card. You know,
I mean, honestly, if you collected Star Wars, you know, George Lucas had an autographed card back in Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's about $9,000 right now. So,
it's a massive card, but there is a Dave Filoni.
I would love to have that.
It's a beautiful card. It's a very beloved card by real fans who've known about this card for a long time. It's a legend card. But Kevin Feige, I think, because I think it will be one of those cards. Depending how many stickers on card, all those things come into place, but I do think it is interesting.
So, all right, I brought up this comment because I think this is what this is really about. This is about cross-pollinating. This is about saying, hey, you love cards, you love Chrome, you love Aaron Judd. Yeah, love Aaron Judd. Come over here to Marvel for a minute and check out this card.
So don't hate me.
Yeah.
Aaron Judd is someone who plays sports.
He is a massive New York Yankees baseball player who can knock it out of the stadium.
You're welcome. That was this guy right here who didn't. I'm not quite sure who Aaron Judd is.
Right, but the same person comes over and says, "Oh well, hey, I like this art. Who's this Magic character? I was over here for the Judd." Right. And so there's a cross pollination that happens, and then when the card's pulled, the content that comes from that cross pollinates, right? There's a reason for this to exist. And then imagine if Aaron wants to chase his own card, right? And so you got this whole thing that's happening, right? Same with Kevin Feige, Pete Alonso, another baseball player, Peyton Oswalt. To be fair, I don't know who that is. Okay,
isn't that the actor?
This guy.
Yeah, good man. I hope it's not somebody we should know. That would be embarrassing.
Somebody knows. Somebody knows. But look, we're cross pollinating right now.
Yeah, it's the actor. Amazing actor. He basically
that guy. Okay,
I know. Yeah, he's the guy who brought Boba Fett. He in Parks and Rec predicted Boba Fett's return. He's an amazing actor. He's a phenomenal comedian. Great actor.
Fun. Yeah, and he's got Marvel ties, obviously, right?
Yeah, he's in Marvel. I love it.
Steve Aoki, massive name globally as a DJ artist and does a lot of collaborative work. I can't tell you how many times a week my daughter says, "Hey, doesn't Steve Aoki collaborate with this artist? And this artist? Can you talk to him?"
You're 1 degree away from X artist by being friends with
her. Yes,
yeah,
to her. Yes. And then Seth Meyers, right? Is an actor, and so
major.
I think the idea is that there's cross pollination that happens here, right? And people are gonna, want to check out Marvel cards for that reason, and so it'd be fun. I know if I pulled an Aaron Judd card, I would love it. If I pulled a Kevin Feige card, I think it was amazing. If I pulled a Steve Aoki card, I think it'd be fun because we know him, right?
Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Call him up, be like, "Hey, pop on." Yeah. No,
I called him last night. I was like, "Hey, tell me about this card."
He must be excited. I'd be through the moon if I was in a Marvel set. That's pretty cool.
He loves Chrome. That was his response.
I bet he had to be quiet, I'm sure. Well, that's really fun to see. I was wondering, because I thought it was like an X-Men, like you get to go to Mutant Academy now. But yes, this is cordially invited seems to be a subset where we're getting.
In a way, it's like it's inviting people from other places. Yeah, come check out.
It's the possible. You said it perfectly. The cross-pollination, I think, is great.
And by the way, it's brilliant.
It's interesting for sure. It's not something I would have necessarily come into creating a Marvel set,
right?
But at this point, yeah.
Well, like with Disney Chrome, they said, "Hey, what if we put Mickey Mouse in a New York Yankees outfit? What if we put Goofy in an Angels outfit, right?" Like, and now you got those markets, those collectors saying, "Well, I'm a Yankees fan. I got to have the Mickey Mouse Yankee." Right.
It's very much like you said, cross-pollination. It's making sure that people who collect X thing are still included, even if it's like one relationship down from what they normally collect, which I think is
so. In the 90s, you remember, we had sports cards that had Barry Sanders and Wolverine, Spider-Man, and was it Jerry Rice?
Yeah.
Silver.
Surfers
right?
with somebody. Yeah, I have that card. Yeah.
You have to have it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the collection. Guy. I have no idea who the player is, and 100% I had to be familiar in order to get the card. It's true. You do, and it's happened across multiple things, not just sports too, right? Like,
well, and trading cards. Right? Oh, this is a whole nother conversation for another day. But trading cards is moving into this space. We're either moving into the biggest bubble in the history of mankind, right? Or it's moving into another part of our social networking, our the way in which we interact with each other and build communities. Like, it's interesting how trading cards is growing in popularity. And I'm using TCG's in that conversation. As I say that, I'm not talking about Marvel or baseball or basketball.
No.
TCG and all of it, like, together.
Well, I was just looking at Pokemon, and they made a Post Malone Pokemon card. Only one exists, and it was a gift to Post Malone. So this is not exclusive to this. Mm-hmm. These cards have been created. There's game directors that were created for special parties, and it's a bunch of good stuff out there. So mm-hmm. I don't think this is unexpected. I think this will surprise a lot of people who are purist. But I think the best thing people can do right now is take these changes, if you don't like them, with a grain of salt. So it doesn't.
But I'm talking to the purist. This is not new.
No, this is not new.
This is not new. By the way, they put baseball cards in tobacco packs. They put Marvel cards in gum packs. Cross-pollination is not new.
No, it's not.
Using one thing to get you to be into another is not new.
No, even like you showed the 1990 Marvel Universe having rookie cards. Literally, when Marvel was like, let's make our own card set, the first thing they looked at was sports cards. Right?
They
That's
saw what the
not.
King. They literally saw what the '89 Upper Deck King Griffey card was doing and built the exact same design.
Yeah,
Literally,
exactly what
the white
100%.
border, everything.
Bob Budiansky, the creative director of this, who both you and I both know,
Yeah.
said that was the part of their research. And even if you look at the facts on the back of the card, they're all meant to be fun facts and stats. Like the crossover has always been there,
And it worked.
and it worked. Got me.
That's the other part.
So Marvel Reflections, have you noticed that people have been really excited about that?
They are.
really
I mean,
love
because it's original art now. It's digital art.
Yeah.
You know? Well, it's not AI. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
But it's original art, and it's hard to create a 3D effect on a 2D image, but the reflection really allows you to do that. And this goes back to McFarlane, where he's got Wolverine's claws, and in the reflection of the claws is Hulk. So that's top 3 comic book cover of all time. So to have a Marvel card that's continued to build on that, storytelling ability on a 2D page, I think is really great. The characters here are interesting. We'll get to those in a minute. They're branching out into the characters, so that's fascinating. Particularly excited about one of them. We'll get to.
Further reflection?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see. I didn't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
So Venom and Carnage.
Ooh.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Yep. Blade and Mephisto. Yeah. Imagine Blade with a sword and Mephisto fired up.
That's actually going to look really good. Bruce Banner, that's a good one. X-23 and the Sentinel.
That's good. That's cool. But go back to Bruce Banner and Hulk. Like, where's the reflection? Is it in the gamma ray? Like
maybe the glasses, Banner's glasses.
That's fascinating. Yeah.
It's pretty rare. 1 out of 960.
Mm-hmm. So
and then there's a super refractor version.
Packs. I don't know how many packs are in a case, so I can't tell you how many cases that is, but sounds like at least 1.5, 2 cases, something like that.
Yeah, let's see.
More than that.
Here you go.
I don't have my calculator. 12 packs per box, and then how many boxes in a case? Is it 8 or 10 or 12?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they sold cases.
You see with Topps, they do a lot of 8-box and 10-box cases. They don't do as many 12-box cases as we're used to seeing.
That's true. So the last Marvel thing was
40.
No thanks. It's so stupid. No thanks. I'll pay full price. Like I'm not gonna pay full price either. 40 boxes per case. Now that's kind of crazy.
Well, that's blasters.
That's blasters.
Yeah,
I knew. I was like, that's not right.
Click that third one. Is on eBay.
This guy? Oh, yeah. There it is. I guess it's 8 then.
8.
Yeah.
So that's. I don't have my calculator's on my phone. My phone is my webcam right now, so I can't do the math. But
no worries. It's a lot.
What's 12 times 8? That's 80. That's 60. It's 96. So 96 divided by what?
By what?
It's 900. It's basically. Is that 10 cases?
I would assume
96 packs in a case. Yeah, 10 cases. 1 in 10 cases.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
It's a lot more rare than I realized.
Me too. Pretty interesting. So then we have the Topps originals. These are a big deal because this is the original art.
And have we seen any of it?
I didn't notice any in the sell sheet.
Have we seen it? Do we know the artist?
I just see character names.
Okay.
We talked about this earlier.
Yeah, so we got Black Cat, Green Goblin, Dark Hawk, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Venom, Captain America. I can't read the bottom. My camera's in the way.
Captain America, Cable, Nightcrawler, and Apocalypse.
I like it. I like it. No Spider-Man, no Magic, no Wolverine, but some other great characters.
I mean, Venom, Cap, Nightcrawler, Apocalypse. Those are
Iron
four big
Man.
ones. Iron Man's a big one.
But Black Cat, art-wise,
Black
if
Cat.
you get the art right for Black Cat and Ghost Rider.
Oh God, is
Darkhawk?
Black Cat? Darkhawk, I'm excited about. I already added it. But Black Cat's the only female character on here, which is not the smartest move, especially for original art collectors. But I do think the character selection is not terrible for this.
No, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Okay, so I don't know.
Patrimony is nothing new.
Okay.
We saw that in 2024. The art is typically very different from what you see in the base set.
Okay.
And I think in 2024 it was more almost like your animated series art.
Oh, okay. I remember these now. Mm-hmm. So you have Astonishing, you have Golden.
Yeah, we saw the Astonishings with the Thor. That image is already there. It's not a new insert. Golden Anniversaries. I'm glad to see. So the Golden Anniversaries, those are going to be pretty tough to hit regardless, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a crazy number.
Same with the Astonishings. 1 in 10 cases for a base.
Oof.
Fun.
Yeah, we've seen these. These are pretty great. See multiples.
Wait a minute. You mean there's fake autos for fake characters who don't have a real autograph?
The madness continues, sir. I'm so mad at you because I complained about this and then I saw a Silver Surfer one and no joke, I thought about it. I was like, I kind of want it now. And I was like, what has happened to me? I don't know.
What do you mean a fake character has a fake auto? That's weird.
How dare they?
They should get a real auto from a fake character.
I think they can do it.
Sorry.
Get in the multiverse. I love this. So the big one, the one and only super refractor. I think this is something else. Let me look here.
No, that odd just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. So I don't know what that is. So
it's
that's
not 1 in 10 cases.
No, that's a weird situation there. So you have this is the character list.
Yeah.
For the one and one and only.
Yeah, not a huge fan.
Not a huge fan of that.
But this. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if I was just curious if you had the odds the same.
Yeah, let's see. We pulled from the checklist that was released. So we should I think we did a better thing because we're awesome.
So go back to the other. Are we looking at it wrong?
Maybe we're on the wrong line.
There we are. We're on the wrong line. I was like,
wrong line.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, good. 1 in a million. Got it.
Okay. So that's an interesting card. It's not an auto, it looks like. I'm not sure what it is specifically.
Well, so we saw the one and onlys in 2025 Topps Chrome. It was Scarlet Witch. I think there was a Vision, a Loki. Scarlet Witch, there was a Loki. There was a Punisher. I can't even believe I'm doing this from memory.
I'm impressed.
But I actually didn't think they sold as well as your base superfractors because the demand from a collectability standpoint isn't there because you don't have people building rainbows when there's only one that exists. Look at that. Was almost Elektra was who I was like should have been thinking of.
You did good.
Loki, Punisher, Elektra, Spider. So
this is why Collectus exists because there's no way to remember all of this. Now the thing that comes next is going to be let's talk about this before we get to the big one.
Visage. This is Age of Apocalypse. AOA.
Yeah,
that'd be what that means.
So
this is going to be the different looks. I think maybe for these characters that happened in Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So here, Wolverine's Weapon X missing a hand. Cyclops is missing an eye. He's a bad guy instead of a good guy. Magneto's a good guy with long hair who dates Rogue. uh, all these different looks. But it'll be fun because I love it.
I love it. This is
Look
a fun
at short
set.
hair. She got a little bob going on. That's good.
Sorry,
That's good.
wish list.
Yeah,
okay.
you
I
should
just
wish
wanted to
that.
select them all because I like insert sets like this. I love Age of Apocalypse. It's so much fun. Okay, so then now we get to this, which is kind of crazy.
Comic excerpts Spider-Man. 1 in 3,138. Let's see it. So this is a comic cut? Is that what we're talking about here?
This is a comic cut. So this is what they did for, and it looks like it's sticky. So this is what they did for Surfer, where they came out with these issues, and then you have
I'm not ready.
cuts. Yeah, so it's pretty fun. So I'll show you the Surfer. So then you get different, and I have to put this one on Collectus, but this image changes from issue to issue, and then you get a different comic book panel for every comic book. The crazy thing is they're doing this for Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're doing it for Spider-Man, which Upper Deck did it, but they only did it for Amazing Fantasy 15. And it's an unbelievable design. One of the most beautiful cards you'll ever see.
Gorgeous.
The Fantastic Four finest Surfer comic cuts, so well done. Even though they're horizontal, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm normally not a horizontal card guy.
No, me neither. But it doesn't. But I actually really like them. So yeah, yeah. The comic book selection is kind of so. Anyway, so yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Well, look, Web of Spider-Man is a beautiful book. Can you pull up Web of Spider-Man? 185.
$185.
Yeah. Well, issue 1 from 1985.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a beautiful book.
Good stuff. A lot of black suit art.
Now, what I will say about this too,
you know what's coming, right? You know what's coming.
I will say this too. They do include cover cuts. All of these will have a cover cut. I've chased all the Surfer ones. 100% out of 10 of them, 7 of them, or 6 of them, I've seen the cover cuts version. So I think I have one here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So
yeah, let's see it.
And they're pretty amazing. So.
Oh, bro.
And you can see the cover on the back. Now they use.
And what is it numbered out of?
So this is pretty interesting. The odds for this, which I can show you guys here. So if we went here, looked it up, right? We can go ahead and see this. I'll show you the odds. It was 1 out of 1,232.
Right.
These seem to be more significantly rare, but there is a problem. I'm not 100% sure on the print run. So if we go here.
Right. They actually may have the same rarity. It's just as a larger print run for this product. There's no doubt, Fausto, that the print run for Marvel Chrome is much higher than
Finest, because Finest didn't have a mega or value. So I know the print run is crazier. But I will say this, if it's on the verge of the same amount they picked up from each book, I'm assuming it's between 30 and 50 per issue.
Exactly. But my point is they don't number them out of 50 or out of 30. They number them all 1 of 1, which I'm on record to say that I think is actually brilliant.
It is for marketing purposes, 100%. Yeah.
I get the marketing purposes. What I would prefer is if they gave us an actual checklist of each 1 of 1, so you could complete your set, right? But they're all before Topps ever called a comic cut 1 of 1. You and I called them 1 of 1.
Yeah,
we said
no one. Yeah.
I'll give you an example. Hold on, I have it right here. Okay, this is the first appearance of Green Goblin. Okay, first appearance of Green Goblin. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 14. He's in Hulk's lair, right? But on the back it says 1 of 66. None of the 66 have this image.
Nope.
This is a one. If you want this image, there's only one. It's a 1/1. You and I've known that, and we enjoyed buying comic cuts when people didn't realize they were 1/1. Right? And so
we enjoyed buying comic cuts until Topps.
Unfortunately, Topps said, by the way, they're actually 1/1. There's not another one of these, so it's a 1/1. Like,
yeah, like an idiot. But now people know.
We didn't just stamp it, and it, anyways. So
yeah, it's always been, and I think, again, you have to think about the audience that Topps is bringing into this. I think a lot of times people forget that there's people in a whole sector of a whole card world that the number is insane, who just haven't had the exposure to Marvel cards. And what an easier way it is for them to be like, oh, I got a 1/1, and it is a 1/1, right? Because it is. So it's not like they're lying. Yes, it increases the value. Trust me, no one's more upset about it than me. So don't misunderstand that. But yeah, it is part of it. But I will say this: each issue here, this is really what you're looking at. You're looking at the issue. Look up the issues.
So we got Web number 1, number 32. I'm not sure the significance of that book. I'm trying to remember.
And it's a pretty
it's the death of the death of Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, it's a big book actually, and I believe this has been done before. And in our site, you can actually see how many comic cuts have been done from each comic book. Which
some
I also
of the
think
panels in that book
are stunning.
A lot of black suit, a lot of rain, a lot of sadness.
This is the next one. We won't look up each one, but I will say this is what you want to do. Look up the issues.
Oh, so 51 is going to be a Kingpin issue.
Yep.
Okay. What's the other one? Was it 52? So it could be another Kingpin issue. No, 55? 55? What is 55?
Doc Ock. That's a cool cover. I actually didn't see that. That's a cool cover. I don't know that one. Yeah, there's some interesting ones here.
And I can't see that bottom row, unfortunately. On the checklist there. So it's 300. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
So 66 Amazing Spider-Man. You got 258, which is a pretty big one.
Is that Hobgoblin's first appearance? What is that?
It rings so.
No, it's that. Okay, incredible cover. Another black suit.
Incredible, famous cover.
Okay, so this whole comic book run is very much centered around. Oh my God, they're gonna have that panel in there.
Yes, they are. This is the one to look for, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh.
Now I will say this. You can look at through Collectus, but I think they've only ever done Venom's first appearance once in Fleer Ultra Spider-Man Metal. I have to double check.
You mean Spider-Man Metal?
Yes, thank you. Sorry. Getting my
They didn't do Spider-Man Metal, and I was standing next to you when I had a chance to buy it for $1,300.
That was the funniest night ever. All of us looked at it, and I was like, "Man, this is a good one." And we were collecting cuts at the time.
We couldn't find the panel. Remember?
And it was the advertisement. It was perfect.
And an Amazing Spider-Man 299, which is a cameo appearance of Venom, but it's really the first appearance of Venom. Okay. This panel shows up, right? But if you Amazing Spider-Man 300, the cover where Spider-Man is web slinging at you, beautiful. It's a little bit lower there. It's the black version of that one, black suit version of that one. On the comic book cover, comic cut achievement of that. Well, that image, full image, was in a comic cut, and it showed up on eBay for $1,200. And I had never seen that image before on a comic book page ever. And so I thought it was a fake, and I was hesitant to buy it. And we were at New York Comic Con, so it was a lot of
New York Comic Con. About to eat
dinner.
dinner.
Stood there staring at my phone for like 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't know, is it real? I don't want to get scammed. And then boom, it was gone. Turns out it is not a comic book panel, so I was right. But on the last page as an ad, the image that's on the cover of 300 isn't a small enough image
And
that
it
they put
fit
it into
in
a
there
comic.
so nice. It looks so stupid good. Um, it was
So
pretty
anyway,
wild.
I don't know if they'll
It
do
was
that here, but the cuts from 299, they skip 300. Fascinating. So we got the black suit that's going to happen in 299. The Venom appearance is going to happen in 299, and then we're going straight to the red and blue that happens in 301. So you got both of those there.
McFarlane art though, right? I think a
And
lot of
then
times people,
and then
yeah.
329 is
Let's take a look.
Venom again. That is, yeah, I'm not. Don't
I don't know.
remember that. It's Todd
Is that
McFarlane, but I don't
Cosmic
remember the
Spider-Man?
significance of that one.
Maybe it's Cosmic Spider-Man's first appearance.
Is it?
First appearance of Tri-Sentinel. No.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have to look and see if there's any good images in that. And then that's going to be where Venom is. That where Venom's holding the skull? Oh,
no,
okay. 347 is what I was thinking of. But okay, fun stuff there. A lot of black suit in this. I think part of what is driving this is I do think we're going to, you know, I don't know this. It's not a true spoiler. This is speculation. But we're going to get a black suit Spider-Man and Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so you're seeing a lot of black suit here. And we've been lacking in the black suit Spider-Man department for Topps releases.
Yeah.
There's also, I mean, Upper Deck missed, like, Spider-Man Metal had no black suit Spider-Man. Never in my life will I understand that. But yay, Upper Deck. I miss Upper Deck. Yeah. So, but I like to see that we're going to get this. I think we're getting it probably because we might see it in the movie.
Yeah, I think they're definitely. I think Topps has done that more consistently, is making sure, because Fantastic Four Finest came out with Fantastic Four in a way. I think that's really clever.
Right. You're an influencer.
Yeah. I'm so
the
sorry.
influencer.
Yeah, that is my fault. Actually, I am responsible for that for him, which is awful. But no, so the comic cuts are really interesting. If you're seeing issues missing from these cuts, what I really love is that they're thematic, which I think is really smart and really different. And I like that they're showing up in different sets. But I think they're actually going to hold some of the really big issues for a very expensive top set that they're going to come out with, similar to what they do with Star Wars, Stellar, and all that kind of stuff.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I think
Star Wars Masterworks dropped today.
That's right. That's exactly what happened. So I need to get that on the site too. But yes, so that did happen, and this actually brings us to a kind of crazy thing they did.
Okay. The one and only. These are 1-of-1 superfractors. We saw Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in Finest. The Jack Kirby was pulled. Beautiful signature.
Yep. Gorgeous.
Congrats to the owner of that. Steve Ditko, not a big signer, not a lot out there. Steve Ditko, if you don't know, Jack Kirby did the cover of Amazing Fantasy 15. The interior pages was Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko actually did a cover for Amazing Fantasy 15, and Stan Lee said, no, I want to go with the Jack Kirby cover. He got Steve Ditko to draw Spider-Man because Steve did more of a kind of a nerdy looking rendering of
the body structure
characters.
Yeah.
Yep. Where Kirby has this superhero Thor, Captain America muscled up. And you see that on the cover of Amazing Fantasy 15, but you don't see that in the interior pages if you look at it, because it's two different artists. And then from there, Steve Ditko was the artist for Spider-Man up until was the issue like into the 30s, if I remember correctly. And then some guy named John Romita Sr. took over, knocked it out of the park. So Steve Ditko is a legend in Spider-Man. He really had, Jack Kirby has the influence on the cover of Amazing Fantasy 15, but Steve Ditko is the one who brought him to life and told the story. And so that auto, if I had to pull one, I would not want the Stan Lee. I'd want the Steve Ditko auto.
I think, there's a good lineage of Stan Lee auto cards that are super rare. There's not tons of them, but throughout the history of Marvel cards, Stan Lee, you know, there's pack pulled autos from 96 Onslaught, and there's a few other ones from Silver Age and all that kind of good stuff, or Marvel creators, I think. And these are cut signatures, not on card. So just keep that in mind.
All these men are not with us anymore.
Which exactly why it doesn't matter. But I also think what's nice is that they're one of ones. They're not just pushing them out there, which I think is a very smart move on their part. Now, what I really like what Topps does is that, yeah, Topps Chrome is a massive set, but look at this like little Spider-Man treasure trove that exists in this set. I think that's so clever. Instead of just having it thematically in multiple sets, you can find these kind of like refuge and islands for things you're excited about in a massive release. I don't know why, but I actually really like that idea.
Some special cards, man. Special.
Definitely.
Authentic Marvel comic book artist autographs. We'll have to go through the list of those. Love this.
A lot of good people.
Okay. Actually. Yeah, I was actually surprised when I saw this list.
Me too.
Because we have some people that we know and love, friends, right? And we have just absolute legends in the comic book space. Arthur Adams, top level artist, 80s, 90s, to this day, still killing it. Very few people do a female face as well as he does. Adi Granov, killing it. Just a huge artist. I think he has some original art in this set, maybe as well. I think I saw that. Could be wrong, but
there's something even crazier about him that I can't wait to share with you.
Okay. Art Germ. Wow. Didn't realize we get. Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on. Pause. Can you pull up his art for people who don't know?
Oh, yeah.
Because, we're getting his auto, but we're getting his art. Yeah. So, like, I don't know if you pull a Black Cat right there. Yeah. I don't know if people can see that. Maybe music.
My internet's slowing down. Sorry, gang.
Yeah, you can't really see it. He does incredible art, especially as females. I don't know if this is going to be a female.
There you go. That's the classic.
So that means we're going to get his art and his auto. So it's going to be a killer card.
So sick.
Arthur Adams did a Magic.
Oh. You don't know yet. You don't know. You don't know.
Wolverine all day. Wolverine. Hope it's Wolverine, but he does a great Gambit too.
The brothers, which is cool.
Yep. Errol Diaz. I know the name. I don't remember the art. Bill Sienkiewicz doesn't have to be introduced to anybody. He's a legend. Also did Magic. Maybe happened.
Yeah. And by the way, you guys can see. So if you don't not familiar with their art, we have a lot of their sketch cards on here. So there's a lot of Bill Sienkiewicz sketch cards on here. There's actually Gist sketch cards on here and art. So you can look up Greg Horn as well, Frank Miller, Ribic.
Another great artist in terms of like, I think the way the art's going to land on the card. Greg Horn. I mean, Kevin Eastman.
That's wild.
The Teenage Ninja Turtles artist.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles artist.
Creator.
But let's talk about the name beside him. Lucilio Piero.
Yep.
Perlerio.
He has amazing art.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Go to his Instagram page. It'll be worth it. Greg Capullo works side by side with Todd McFarlane. Great artist. Has done incredible work. But a lot of the legends that we know and love here too. Mark Brooks. Ron Lim, Bagley. Let's see who's on that bottom row.
Scott Williams, Jim Lee's colors. Inker.
His Inker.
Jesus. Yeah. Don't hold that against me. I'm an Inker.
Look, not only is his Inker, but in his own right has got some art that people might think is Jim Lee's, but it's his.
Yeah.
So good. Incredible list here of artists, and I'm looking forward to see the characters that they're signing for as well. Good stuff. See you making that wish list while you're here.
I have to make that wish list. It helps. Killing two birds with one stone on here. I feel bad about that, but it's pretty amazing. It's fun to do that.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what else we got. So we went through those, which is pretty fun. I think we're at the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If you can go back to the character checklist, let's just go back to that real quick.
Yep.
We've already gone long enough. Let's let's get through the claws. Yeah, claws. Yeah, let's get through those. All the base inserts. Okay, this is Sorry, this is where I want to go. Scroll back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. There should be right before icons. Starts with an F. What's that insert? Fanfare. Okay, fanfare. You're there. All right. Adam Warlock, Apocalypse, Black Cat, Black Knight, Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Carnage, Clea, Cyclops, Daredevil, Dazzler, Doctor Doom, Emma Frost, Scroll, Forge, Ghost Rider, Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, Wolverine, Hulk, Dark Phoenix. There we go. Nice. These are different characters than some of the ones we have on the base checklist. Iron Man, Null, Loki, and there she is again. Magic. Magneto, Man-Wolf, Mary Jane, Miles Morales, Moon Knight, Namor, Nightcrawler, Psylocke, Red Goblin, Sabretooth, Scarlet Witch, She-Hulk, Silk, Spider-Man again, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Woman, Thanos, Thor, U.S. Agent, Venom, Werewolf by Night, White Widow, Wolverine, and X-23. Fanfare got a good list of characters. So, and those come out pretty regularly for the what you would call the base subset of these cards. They're going to feel a little bit like base, is what I'm getting at. Because I think they're 1 in 3 packs or something like that. But good stuff, man. Any questions from chat for us? We hit the 2-hour mark. Let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, I actually think there's more characters we could look at if you want to just kind of scroll.
Dude, there's tons more. This list is massive. Icons, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Again, more Wolverine. You want to see that. So much Ghost Spider. That's great.
A lot of Ghost Spider. I mean, if we can just look up how many inserts she's in, it's a lot.
Right.
These are the titles for the Meanwhiles, which is pretty cool. Ghost Riders Unite. That's Magic
on
her
Magic
own.
on her own.
Oof. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, brother.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
The first time I looked through this, that was mine.
One World Under Doom. I'm not sure what the images are because they gave us just those titles, so that's interesting. Future Stars. Angela is really cool. We have that Moonstar again, which is interesting. Yeah. Kid Venom, Kid Juggernaut. So these are kind of like younger characters. Yeah, so maybe Moonstar.
I actually think a lot of these are debuts. Some of these are just newer modern characters.
That makes sense.
X8. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 65 years, fantastic years. So Surfer's in there. That's interesting. I wonder what that's going to look like. The AOA we saw, the Beyonder, we saw Topps Originals. Well, the big thing I was going to show you, classic covers. So here's the covers, by the way.
Okay, X-Men 34, 72, Iron Man 300, 39, Spider-Man 36, 200. Nothing really stands out for me.
Nothing jumps out. 72 is good. That jumps out at me. I'm trying to remember why.
Is that
Black Panther? No, that's 52.
No, I think that's like I think that's a Surfer Versus cover.
Oh, you're right. That's why I'm thinking about it.
Is that what it is?
It's a great Surfer cover. It's like super iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That makes sense. And then we went through
one more time. Go back up. Are you coming back to it? Are you coming back to the artists here?
Yeah. So this is the artist for the originals.
Yeah. Mark Sasso from the 90s. Really good stuff. Nelson from Masterpieces.
Oh, do you think that's who it is?
Who else just does their name as Nelson?
Wow, that would be wild.
And Ghost Rider and Venom. Let's go ahead and show.
Artist. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go show Polero if we can.
Yeah, of course.
Some of it's a little, you know, so you gotta be careful. Some of it.
I'm trying to look for a Marvel character while also being careful.
Do the Venom and Superman.
Okay, that's true. There you go.
Yeah. Guys, he
Crazy.
painted that just to make sure.
I love that. He painted that.
He sat down with a blank canvas, and that's what showed up when he was done.
I'd hope that's how it went. He set up the camp. He's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away, and this should be here by the time I get back. Good stuff.
He's incredible. If you ever get to watch him do it, it just when you watch people know how to paint, it just doesn't make sense. But insane. All right, let's go back to it.
This is the person I'm the most excited about. Oh God. So Nightcrawler. Okay. Can I show something? I know we're at the 2-hour mark. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm officially the worst person ever. I know.
I do have a magic from him. It was a San Diego Comic Con commission. So you're showing Nightcrawler from '93?
Yeah. That's him.
This is Ken Stacy?
This is Dan Breton, right? Or no, I said it wrong. Am I looking at the wrong one?
Well, no, but I'm trying to understand where this name came from.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
He's on. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he did pieces in '93. Maybe it's not the Nightcrawler.
Let's put his name in Google and put masterpieces beside it.
We should be able to do that with the site, but let me set this up real quick. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just looked up the wrong card. Yeah, Cable. Why did I think of Cable? Cable's the one, and Deathlock. Yeah, not Nightcrawler. That's my fault. Yeah, it's Cable.
And then can you do a Mark Sasso?
Mark Sasso as well.
Yeah. I don't know if he was in Masterpieces, but I think he was in.
I'll look him up. I know the name.
Yeah, I think he was in more like Fleer Ultra.
Yeah, there you go. So
pull up the Cyclops.
Cyclops is so iconic.
It's just one of the best ever.
It's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking of Cable for '93. This is Fleer Ultra X-Men 95.
Yep. That's kind of what we started the stream with, by the way.
Full circle. I swear we get there eventually.
And the insert for this is the originals. Man. And then can you do Nelson masterpieces since we're
of course.
And then we'll do Ken Stacy. We'll just go through all of them since we started.
Since we're down this road.
Yeah. Pull up the Apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can just. What am I doing? Crazy Town.
You got it right here.
We put in this full set, and so many people worked really hard to help us with these images. So,
the Apocalypse should be up there pretty quick because it's alphabetical. Here it is. First one. Yeah. That's Nelson. If that's the same Nelson, that's the original art we're getting for Venom and for Ghost Rider.
Crazy. Look how epic that is. What an epic card for an Apocalypse collector.
Timeless.
Perfection.
Good stuff. He's like the waves crashing against the shore. Never stops.
Yes, sick.
All right. And then the other one was Ken Stacy. And I would just do Marvel art or Marvel. Okay.
Oh. Wow. I know this artist.
Huh.
I'm trying
Good
to
stuff.
remember what I'm thinking of. He did do a Galaxy Star Wars one. Huh. I'll look this up more.
Yeah.
I'll look this up more. Yeah, that's right.
The name's familiar, but
It's familiar. It's ringing a bell, but
mhm.
yeah. These are interesting. Well, the big thing to look out for as well is the sketch card. Because look who they finally put on, who's going to have sketch cards in the product, which is pretty amazing.
It's. Can you imagine pulling an Audi?
Dude, I'm like freaking out. I don't understand. I can't believe it. Like that's. I wonder how many. Eastman and Grotti.
Right.
Grandoff. Yeah. Wild.
Love it. Love it. Love it. And let's go.
Like,
Let's just go ahead and go through the rest of the sketch artists real quick.
Yeah, of course.
That. Zoom in here. Okay, so just looking for the ones I know. We got some.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silva's great. I've owned some of theirs. Angel Lavelle's, what's up, bud? Good friend. And then Ariel Aguar is a good friend. Ash is back in it. Let's see. Chris Foreman. Cisco Riviera's got some good stuff.
Amazing.
Drake, Duke, Darren Pepe.
Hey.
All good stuff.
Amazing. So good to see something. I love this. It's cool. Kadar. Very cool.
Wait. Get at him? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of familiar faces. It's pretty great. Sorry, my computer keeps jumping.
No, you're good. Jessica Hickman. I don't know if I know them.
We know Jay. We know Jason. Kevin, I feel like I've seen Leafoot. We've seen Leon. I like.
Yeah, Leafoot and Leon. He does a lot of magic, by the way. Leon loves to do magic.
There's a lot of magic. Yeah.
Marcia Dye. I love that Marcia Dye, for whatever reason, in Upper Deck, she didn't get a ton of respect. All of a sudden, the same art pops out in Tops.
Picked up pretty quick.
Which I love. I was buying some Marcia Dye. I had a Wolverine, an Enchantress. I was like, these are too cheap for the art. Like, I couldn't understand it. And now her stuff is selling really well with Tops. I'm happy to see that.
I've been a fan of Toma since the word go. I love that.
I
love that.
Bunch of people. Tiago does a lot of Spider-Man.
Yep.
Rich Henneman does a lot of Spider-Man.
That's the list. That's beautiful. It's a good list. It's a good rounded list.
Very good. And some names I don't know, which will be fun to see their art.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I love always being surprised. Marlo, I think, is a fan favorite.
Marlo Marcus, yeah, also loves to do magic. Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. You are in trouble. I mean, that's a lot of trouble. That's a lot of trouble. That's not your normal amount of trouble.
To be fair, I've been spared up to this point. I've been spared. She's only been in one release.
You've been pretty good, man, to be honest with you. Like, it has not been bad. But
okay. Does that cover everything?
I think that covers everything. I think that is Tops 2026. Tops Chrome.
Somebody said no Perna, I'm out. Hey, I don't know why Perna's not in there.
I don't know why Perna is not. That's a huge, massive mistake. Perna's the man.
He must have turned it down.
In there.
There's no doubt they had to ask him. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's just busy, I guess.
Totally. Fausto, this has been great, man. Really appreciate you. Couldn't have done it without you. Makes it so much easier with Collectus.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's a great site. I'm so grateful to be working on it. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. We've added so many more titles. All these coming soons are going to be soon be published. The community's been just phenomenal. Check us out, follow us, sign up for an account. It's fun. It's worth getting into. We have an app coming out very soon and so much more. It's just a good time.
Absolutely. And yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. Did you see a pre-release date?
I did not see a pre-release date. I saw, let's see, maybe they put something on here. I don't see anything. I think I would have seen it by now. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Release calendar.
Yeah, see if you can see it there. Product release date July 1st, 2026.
July 1st.
It's in the details, pre-order details. July 1st. Ooh, 4th of July, baby.
Oh, that's going to be cool. Yeah, I don't see it on here, but that's awesome.
That's going to be fun. No Liddy Lee. Hey, I got my Liddy Lee magic. I'm good. I got a couple actually. Got a couple. I need an Ash pack pulled magic. That would be good. He says I'm in trouble because he and then he added muhahaha because he loves me, I guess. I don't know.
I love it.
So exciting, man. Let's do it, man. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
everybody. Thank you for watching. If you're watching over there, Comic Card Hive, make sure you give a follow. Follow them on Instagram. Make sure you check out Collectus. I mean, it's the place to be, especially for Marvel cards, and they got other stuff, but I don't know about this other stuff. I do know about Marvel cards, and what I love about this site, Marvel cards is complex. It's not as easy to understand, which is part of the barrier of entry and why it doesn't grow as rapidly. And Collectus is, a place to help solve that. And if they can catalog Marvel cards, they can catalog sports and all the other stuff, right? They'll do a great job. So really appreciate that. Chat, thank you for watching. Fausto, thank you for hanging out. If you like this kind of content, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button at Spidey Hits. More coming. Season of life I've been in where I've been super busy and unavailable is hopefully coming to an end, and there'll be more content in the future. So keep an eye on the channel for that. If you got any comments or questions, leave them down below. But as always, I hope you have a marvelous day. I just want to end the stream. There we go. It wants to play an outro, so we're gonna let it play the outro.